Alright, what's going on guys? Here I'm Jeff and I'm back again. Quite some time I'm not making any videos due to a lot of issues came out. Okay, so I recently just got this No.1 G5 a smartwatch, or they call Smartband, a Bluetooth one, and I've been using for the past 4 days, and I think I am going to give you a bit of review from my own about how this G1 actually performs. Alright, and I'll catch you in a bit in the close-ups. Alright, see you then. Okay, so this is the G5 from No.1 DT No.1, and as you can see, this is the rubber band, silicone rubber band strap. Okay, and we got full circular screen, all right, with of course with a heart rate monitor. Okay, and from the back you can see it's written heart rate steps, BT dial, smartwatch, health mate, data sync. Okay, so from the outlook itself, I pretty like this design, and I show my friends. They actually say it's much better looking compared to the previous, which is my previous smartwatch, which is an S2. And yeah, I actually agree. I kind of like the design, but I'm not particularly a big fan of rubber straps because my hands sweats a lot and it get itchy around here. Okay, so I prefer this kind of bit light, so I prefer metal, full metal, which is a bit heavier, which I kind of like it on my wrist rather than a rubber band with a metal body. Okay, so let's go through a bit of what is this G5. It comes with a CPU MTK2502, a circular screen, full circular screen at 240 x 240 resolution. It has an hour meter, a pedometer, heart rate, brightness, bright screen, all right, and a Bluetooth 4.0. Okay, basically there's nothing much. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one aside. Okay, so let's go through this G5. Okay, so from here, actually there's 3 buttons here. Okay, this is the power button to on off the screen. Okay, the first button, towards the up, is actually a stopwatch. Okay, you can start using this the stopwatch from this button, and you can stop it. Okay, let's go with it again. And press bottom one. There's nothing gonna work here. There's no function over there. But if I press this center button, it actually brings back there. But the stopwatch keeps running. Okay, then it stops. So if you want to be like there's this laps, all right, you can press over here. There you go. Okay, then there's second lap. Okay, third lap, fourth lap, and so on and so forth. Then once you stop everything, you can actually view back all the times. See? Okay, so once again, to clear off, you just go with this. Okay, so yeah. Alright, okay, now I particularly like this G5 because of the watch faces. Now it comes with 5, and you have to press on the screen and hold it, and you come to a selection of watch face. Unlike the previous models from No.1, whereby if you press on the screen it change to another watch face. Well, sometimes I prefer it stay that way. Okay, so this one actually does better than the previous models. Okay, so there's 5 watch face, and this one is actually additionally I can install a new watch face. I will talk about it later on, but now let's go with the first watch face, which resembles Tech Heuer's Monaco design, if I'm not mistaken. This is digital, colorful digital watch face. This is similar to Samsung Gear's watch face. Okay, this is another Tech Heuer's watch face, but this one it resembles Carrera, if I'm not mistaken. and this is just I'm not too sure about this, but this is a Chinese day indicator. Okay, so, and this one is what I installed from the app, and it's called Black Watch Face. Okay, so once I'm done, this is my new watch face. Okay, let's go back to the watch face. I'm going to change back to the one I prefer, which is this one, because there's orange accent on it and it looks nice with black. All right, so now let's go and move into, okay, let's go back to the screen. Let's swipe down. It goes to the actually goes into the app drawer, or what do you call it, menu. Swipe up also gives the same. Swipe left or swipe right, all does the same thing. Okay, so what do we have here? We have a pedometer, heart rate, sleep, sedentary, okay, vibrator. Okay, vibrator is actually for what is stated to be a massage kind of thing. So you can, if you are in ache, you just put on the hand or wrist or neck, just give a quick massage. It's not the, or if you prefer to use it in the other way for the vibrator, then probably you can try it on your own risk. Okay, so there's an anti-loss. Once you connect it to the phone, you can do your anti-loss. All right, power saving mode, I'm taking it off. I don't use power saving mode. Once you do power saving mode, actually it dims the screen, everything. Okay, so let's put it back on so you can see it's brighter. Language, well, you can select language on your phone. You can do auto synchronize, language is English, name display, and all sort of things. Okay, so let's go back. All right, so let's say that now we move on to, let's say we go into a deeper sub menu. Swipe back to from left to right, it will just return back to the previous screen. Okay, so we got dialer, Bluetooth SMS, contact, call logs, and this is the Bluetooth option where you search your device. Okay, a Bluetooth camera, which is a Bluetooth shutter. Okay, and this is the application where you can download the Fondue. Okay, I will talk about the Fondue later as well, where it goes to menu. So inside menu, you got a Bluetooth setting to power on and visible on or off. Okay, going back. Clock 1. Here you can change clock face as well, but you can do it on from the front screen as well. Time synchronize with your phone, and that's about it. Sound, so you can select your vibration to be your alert type to be vibration, or with ring, and ring with vibrate, or ring vibrate then ring, or vibrate and ring. Okay, ringtone, you got 5 ringtones. Okay, this is the standard ringtones which I get from the from S2 as well. Okay, so I don't use ringtone, I just prefer it to be vibrating my phone, otherwise those sounds will start to annoy me. Okay, notification tone. Okay, there's also 5 tones here as well, but you cannot put your own tones inside. Okay, so that's about it. That's about the sound. Volume. All right, now volume itself is quite loud. Okay, I don't really use this for my Bluetooth as a speaker. Okay, it's actually quite loud. Okay, but I'll just keep it down to 1. Notification is the same. Display, where you select your main menu grid, which is only 4x4. Brightness, I only set on the middle. If I put on the put in maximum, the screen is very bright, and there's no issues when you are in under the direct sunlight. But on tree itself is also pretty good. You can actually it is visible, is very visible. Okay, screen out time, you can select from 5 seconds up to 60 seconds. Okay, let's go back. And international, which is the language, apps. Okay, I can install apps on this device, this watch face. Sorry, I can install app on this watch. Okay, there's an app and there's watch face, but unfortunately I can manage to only install one per time. Okay, so you can't install all watch face that you will see in Fondueware, but one is okay. I mean, at least you can install something there. Okay, there's a reset button and a about button where you get my device name, device address, and LA address. Okay, so let's move on. Music, which is also dubbed as Bluetooth, where you control your music on your phone. Okay, so you can play, you can press skip, play, or pause button. All right, which is something like this. Okay, notifier, which actually it is notification. Let me just synchronize back. Okay, now it's back on. So this is notifier motion, where you can select flip, wake up gesture, shake to answer phone, flip to mute, flip to mute incoming calls. Theme, there's only two themes, but there's nothing much. Once I set to theme, you can see the background actually change. Okay, but it won't affect the watch face as well, so I just keep it in black. Okay, you get alarm, calendar, calculator, stopwatch, which you see early. Okay, and we're back to pedometer, heart rate, sleep, and sedentary. All right. So now let me explain a little bit regards to these four things here. In pedometer, I am not too sure, or I could not 100% say that this pedometer is accurate. Okay, because there is a few incidents, not to say incidents, I tried when I was driving, and it actually counted that I have did some steps. So, but when it's on my wrist, okay, when I do this kind of movement to just me, you see, it moves more than what it should. I mean, it shows the counter is actually way more than what I see from Mi Band on other smartwatch pedometer. Okay, so let's do a bit 5, 6. It should add about 6, but it doesn't. Okay, so it's not a very accurate, but it does the job, trying to see how many steps you make. So now you can now you can actually trick this watch as you're walking, but just now I was like doing a flipping my arms. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so let's go up and you can see your history, where how many steps you have made for the past few days. Okay, and your goal. Okay, 10, and gender, height, okay, weight. All right, so that's it. Second thing will be my heart rate monitor. Unlike my previous Galaxy No.1 S2, that does a pretty good job in determining my heart rate beat, but this heart rate monitor, I would say, is also not very accurate. Okay, whereby where I did some exercise in the morning, all right, do some crunches and do some bicycle, what do you call bicycle crunch or something like that, all right, and do some planking. I do think that my heart rate should go a little bit more, maybe around 100 or 90 plus. But if you see that my history, I can never go beyond 84. It's all 84, 74, 81, 80. All right. So I did try to make a do. I just try to jog around, and put on this, I put back this watch on my wrist and try to see what is my heart rate, and still gives me around 84. Or probably I can do a bit demo here where I use my finger. Let's see if we can measure it well. Still 84. It seems like it stays that way, you see, okay, which makes me doubt about its, what do you call this, doubt this heart rate monitor thing. Okay, all right, so let's move on. Sleep, it automatically starts, compared to the previous S2 where I had to press the button and it starts counting whether I have deep sleep or not. Okay, but this sleep here, it will start counting from 10 p.m. Okay, then it'll wait until 8 p.m. to see if I have light sleep or deep sleep. Okay, so I'm not sure how it actually calculate or whatsoever, or maybe when I put on the table, okay, when I was going to sleep, okay, and when I wake up I pick it up, okay, then it stops. Maybe it is that way, I'm not too sure. I don't know how it actually works, but it does show some good, see, all different kind of readings here. Okay, this one here is probably on the Sunday night, okay, where it starts counting. But because I was actually sleeping, I went to bed on around 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. if I'm not mistaken. So actually it does calculate well, okay, 3 a.m. up to, and I woke up around 8 a.m. because of my son, and it actually shows pretty good. Maybe it's what I said earlier, where I put down, it starts counting and is on deep sleep, but I'm not sure about light sleep. Okay, so let's move on again. Sedentary, okay, so sedentary, you can set up to 300 minutes. Okay, now I did try to set sedentary, okay, and I'm not too sure again how it actually does this job, because when I was using S2, when I set 60 minutes, it's basically like a 1 hour alarm clock. All right, but this one here, it probably wants you to, it probably lets you calculate when you are in ideal state, where you sleep and it's unideal, then it stop counting. Okay, and it starts counting. Then 1 hour to 60 minutes later, it will start ringing or it starts vibrating. If you are having this sedentary, all right, and you are moving around, it does not start the counter. It only starts the counter when you are in a stationary position, or you're in an ideal state, or you are sleeping. Then from 60 minutes, it will wake you up, and it will ask you whether you want to continue for another 60 minutes. Okay, so yeah, that's about it. So let's move on to the software. Catch you in a bit. Okay, so now I'm switching on my Bluetooth, and once you are repaired up with this device, okay, and once you get to connect the Bluetooth, you go to Fondware, where you can get it from the App Store. Now let's connect this device now. Okay, so once you add this button here, actually is actually to connect the smart device, and it will come up in your notification bar, this Fondware smart device is connected. Okay, so now I'm going to be honest a little bit. I'm going to be honest here. previous there's actually two fondue wear. One is called fondue companion. Please do not use fondue companion because it is not as good as fondue wear. Okay, fondue companion is just a similar thing, but fondue wear actually allows you to have something like a community where you can add your friends and your nearby friends. You can search for nearby friends, which of course I cannot search anyone here. Probably nobody is using No.1 products here, or fondue companion. So now there is a few things inside here, which is heart rate, discover, sync data, setting, my application, set my goals, and about. So let's go with heart rate, where it doesn't, okay, when it comes to heart rate, it only synchronizes the information from this watch to the phone. It's not that I can press over here, okay, and it starts monitoring. No, it doesn't work that way. So what we have to do, we have to synchronize the data first. Okay, once the synchronize is done, it says save is complete. Okay, go back again, and you can see the heart rate is now 84, and the date is 4th of October, 2 p.m., which is literally like 10 minutes ago. So, and of course, it does not only on one day. It actually comes with the previous yesterday, where I did 3 times. Okay, it's normal. Okay, and the second day I did not do any heart rate. Okay, you can see on the September 30th I did once. Okay, 29 I did twice. Okay, so you get all the previous records from the phone to the watch, and it actually saves it. Okay, discover, where you can, okay, let's go back to discover, where you can discover my friends, you can discover nearby friends, player ranks, and my activity. Of course, none of this I actually does use it. Okay, nor that, like my activity, I just say like cycling. Okay, let's say I type cycling. It doesn't actually select, there's no such related activity, so I'm not too sure what is actually, okay, there's an activity name, sorry. It shows what activities you actually do. Is it running, is it walking, or is it cycling? What's the location event maps? All right, you search your location. Okay, is at location Jalan Aloaka, start time, end time, contact input. I'm not too sure, I haven't tried this yet. Okay, so let's move on. Player ranks, where you see there is people, there is a lot of players here, but of course not much, and I'm on high rank at 16351, which means there's quite a lot of people using this fondue wear. Okay, now it's around 16,000 of users. Okay, and of course Sportsline, sorry, temporarily not support this function. And Sport Sim, no, that is not also. Probably I would say that Sportsline is actually to get your geolocation and show it on the map. Okay, Sport Sim is basically like a guild, okay, or a team which consists of your friends and all sort of things. Okay, so let's move on to synchronous data, which you already knew. Settings, okay, you can use your user settings, your notification settings, which apps you want the information sent to your phone. Okay, and alert setting, okay, where it's out of range, far, calibrate, and all sort of things. Okay, let's switch it off. Function introduction, nothing much, just a bit of it's just an introduction. Okay, so now let's go to the application. Okay, sync data first. Okay, let's do another sync data first. Okay, once it's done, then let's go to my application. Here you can actually see there is few applications you can install, but only one at a time. Let me show you. Let's do an install on this. You see, it actually failed. It's actually failed. Why? Because this is not enough space for new app. Okay, so what we have to do, let's go back to the watch. So let's go back to the setting here. Let it focus for a while. Okay, let's go to the apps. Uninstall all the apps. Is done. Okay, so now once I already uninstall it, now I can install, let's say, this G clock, and it's installed done. So let's see. There you have it. That's the new watch face. Okay, this is a new watch face. I don't particularly like this, even though there's orange accent, but I don't particularly like this because there's nothing else I can see. But let's say I want to install Yahoo Weather. No, again, not enough space. So that clears up a lot of people asking for this proprietary OS smartwatch to install apps. Yes, you can, but only one at a time. Okay, it doesn't have that much of space. Okay, so let's move on and set my goals, which is just to set how many, what's your target of steps, low intensity, moderate, high intensity. Okay, and about, which is the font you wear. You can get it on Play Store. Okay, 3.28. I don't see there's any new version, right? Which actually, if I'm not mistaken, Smartwatch Tick actually told me that there is a few new updates popping up, but I don't get anything from here. Okay, let's see if there's any new current firmware. There's no new, the firmware is already latest. So actually, if there is new firmware for G5, you actually will download new firmware and upload to the phone and update the firmware. All right, so yeah, that's about it. So what is my verdict for this smartwatch? I would say it's actually a pretty good smartwatch here. Okay, it does much better than S2. Just for sake of, I don't have S2 with me right now because it's already spoiled. And compare wise, once this is flipped over, it actually brings up the screen much faster, much more faster than Sun S2. Sun S2 actually has around 1 or 2 second lag. Okay, so let's say I'm doing this, I would put out my hand, boom. Oh, it's a bit slow now, but actually it does pretty fast. So yeah, so not too bad. And the only cons I have for this watch is actually the heart rate monitor and the pedometer. If you are really concerned about having a good pedometer, whatever pedometer where you calculate steps, even though with a margin of maybe 5 or margin of 5, something like that, this is not the watch you should go for sports. It does do pedometer steps counting, but it's not as accurate as the other type like Fitbit. Fitbit actually does a better job, or even like Mi Band. All right, so yeah. Then this is the notification. Okay, now let's just show you about the notification. Compare with the previous smartwatch I have. It only shows something like this. WhatsApp. What is the notification? But when you go inside, it only shows you something like this: 6 new messages. Okay. Now, what I notice here, that if I see names on the notification, let's go in, and it actually shows you the message that is written, okay, in the WhatsApp. So now this really eliminates me taking out my phone and look at the notification or what is the message about. Okay, that's the pro. Now let's talk about the con. This notification here, some of it is already duplicated, which means it actually sends back to this watch the notification which already showed me earlier ago, or you have 2 or 3 messages which is the same message. I'm not too sure about the how it actually sends the message over, but yeah, that's it. You will get some duplicates notification, and also you will still get this what do you call this, 4 new messages inside here from the groups, whichever group you are send out that messages comes in. Okay, so that ends up, that probably sums up my thought of this G5, the No.1 G5 smartwatch. Again, I would say this is actually a pretty good watch. It's cheap, alright, from Gearbest or from any other website, online shopping website. It's actually selling this for $33 to $35. Some might probably have a special deal where you can get around $30 US dollars. I was saying $30 US dollars or below, but you have to keep on looking out to with the website like Gearbest, Banggood, Deal Extreme, Tiny Deals. If I'm not mistaken, that few website actually offers No.1 smartwatch. Okay, so, and the rubber band, although I don't prefer, but this is actually pretty good and it's quite sturdy. Okay, it's not going to break anytime soon. Okay, and lastly, when I bring out and I show it to my friends, they actually say it is pretty good looking watch. Okay, S2 is good, but there's a flat tire syndrome, so some people just say that it doesn't look really nice, although it's full metal. But this one, people just look at it, it's just look like a normal regular watch with a screen on it. Okay, oh yeah, lastly, the battery life. That's pretty important. The battery life actually lasts around a day with Bluetooth on, with it connected to my phone, around 1 day. Of course, with the notifications still coming in. Okay, if I don't use Bluetooth, I switch off the Bluetooth, set to power saving mode, it lasts me around 3 days. Okay, of course, which means I don't connect this watch to my phone. Alright, so yeah, that's about it. I think I covered as much as I could, but you have any questions, please comment down below. Alright, if you have any questions or you would like to know more about what's the function, the particular function that you want to know. Okay, yeah, so thank you very much. I'm Jeff here from Gadget Street. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Goodbye.